You know that feeling when a company finally listens to what fans have been shouting for years? That's exactly what just happened with Samsung. After months of leaks, speculation, and heated debates online, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be the device that finally checks every box. Power, performance, design, and AI all firing together like never before. But there's one confirmation that just changed everything. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is officially going Snapdragon worldwide. And that's a bigger deal than most people realize. Welcome back, viewers, Sam here. If you love diving deep into exciting tech news, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the upcoming Galaxy S26 deep dives we've got lined up. Alright, let's jump in, because this story gets really interesting. For years, Samsung fans have lived through a strange kind of tech lottery. Some regions got the Snapdragon version of Galaxy flagships, while others were left with Exynos. And if you've ever owned both, you know the difference. Snapdragon phones ran cooler, handled games better, and had smoother camera performance, while Exynos users often felt like they were playing catch-up. Well, Samsung just ended that divide for good. Multiple industry insiders have now confirmed that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will ship only with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor globally. No regional split, no performance gap, just one ultra-powerful version everywhere. That single decision alone signals a major shift in Samsung's strategy. It's almost like they're saying, okay, this time, everyone gets the best, the Snapdragon 8. Gen 5 itself is a monster. Early reports show it's built on TSMC's advanced 3nm process with a 30% boost in efficiency and up to 40% faster performance compared to the Gen 3 chip. But the real twist? Qualcomm has been co-developing this chip with Samsung's AI framework in mind, meaning One UI 8.5 on the S26 Ultra will tap into deeper on-device AI functions than any previous Galaxy, and that's where things start getting futuristic. We're not just talking about faster multitasking, we're talking about phones that actually understand what you're doing. One feature leak suggests the S26 Ultra's camera will automatically adjust frame composition using AI-powered gaze tracking. So even if you move during a selfie or video call, the camera subtly keeps you centered. Combine that with Samsung's new 85 wide front camera, and you're looking at a device that's designed not just to capture moments, but to think through them. Now, about that larger front camera punch hole everyone's been talking about? Yes, it's slightly bigger this year, and that had people worried at first. But here's the secret, that change isn't a downgrade. Samsung didn't just enlarge it for no reason. They've upgraded the sensor with a wider field of view and more light intake, which means brighter, sharper selfies and group shots where nobody's left out of the frame. It's a small visual change that brings a surprisingly big real-world improvement, the kind of tweak that doesn't show up in promo slides, but you feel it every time you use it. And that's just one of the many subtle upgrades hiding beneath the S26 Ultra's polished titanium shell. The display, for instance, is rumored to push brightness past 3000 nits, making it one of the brightest smartphone screens ever made. But what's even crazier is that Samsung has reportedly reduced reflection by nearly 40%, which means even under direct sunlight, your screen will look cleaner, deeper, and more immersive. The timeline for launch is also shifting slightly, and that's where it gets interesting. While early leaks hinted at a February event, newer reports suggest Samsung wants to move things earlier, possibly aiming for a late January unpacked event. That's right, we could see the S26 lineup debut weeks ahead of schedule. And there's a good reason for that. Samsung's production cycle was disrupted when they decided to stick with the classic 3 model lineup instead of replacing the Plus version with a Pro model. The initial plan was wild. A compact, Edge-style phone like the old Galaxy S5 Edge was reportedly in testing. But after lukewarm market response to smaller flagships, Samsung pivoted back to the proven trio, S to 6S to 6 Plus, and S26 Ultra. That last-minute shift threw off manufacturing schedules, but it also gave Samsung extra time to refine the Ultra, and it looks like they used it well. Internal sources claim the company focused heavily on improving battery life and heat management. The new stacked battery design in the S26 Ultra could offer around 10% more capacity without increasing thickness, while a vapor chamber redesign promises up to 15% cooler sustained temperatures. For gamers, content creators, or just anyone who hates throttling, that's massive. But the real showstopper is how Samsung plans to merge hardware and AI this year. The company wants every major feature, from photography to multitasking, to feel contextually aware. For example, the phone could detect when you're watching a tutorial and automatically split the screen to show your Notes app. Or it might transcribe a YouTube video in real time for offline reference. The AI tools won't just be fancy add-ons. They'll integrate into your daily use in ways that feel invisible yet intuitive. And remember when Samsung promised AI for all during the S24 launch? The S26 Ultra seems like the moment they'll truly deliver on that promise. With Snapdragon's on-device AI engine and Samsung's growing Galaxy AI ecosystem, we're about to see the most personalized Galaxy experience yet. Now, let's circle back to something that might surprise you. The Exynos comeback. The standard Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus models will still feature Samsung's in-house Exynos 2600 in some markets. But unlike older Exynos versions, this one's a completely different beast. Built using Samsung's 2nd Gen 3nm process, it reportedly matches or even outperforms Apple's A18 Pro in multi-core tests. That's something we haven't heard in years. It's like Samsung finally found a way to make Exynos matter again. Still, even with those impressive numbers, the Ultra is where Samsung wants all the attention, and for good reason. Between the titanium build, quad camera setup with improved low-light performance, and that global Snapdragon rollout, the S26 Ultra is shaping up to be the true centerpiece of Samsung's 2026 lineup. There's also a bit of strategy behind why Samsung is hosting the event in San Francisco again. It's not random. San Francisco is considered the epicenter of artificial intelligence innovation. Samsung reportedly wants the Galaxy S26 launch to symbolize the company's new AI-first direction. Danny Aro, Samsung's Mobile Experience VP, even described the event as a celebration of intelligence and innovation merging into one ecosystem. Pretty bold words, but given what we've seen, they might just deliver. And if you're wondering when you can actually get your hands on it, here's the timeline insiders are pointing to: Unpacked event in late January, pre-orders opening immediately, and first shipments rolling out by early February. That puts Samsung just ahead of several major competitors planning their spring launches. Another smart move to grab the spotlight first. It's wild to think how far the Galaxy series has come. A few years ago, people doubted whether Samsung could keep reinventing the Ultra line. But here we are, with a device that's not just a spec bump, but a strategic statement. They're betting big on AI, betting big on Snapdragon, and betting that fans are ready for a phone that feels more alive, more responsive, and more aware than ever before. So, as we get closer to launch, expect the leaks to ramp up: camera samples, live photos, and maybe even official teasers. But one thing's already clear: the Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't just another flagship. It's Samsung's most confident step into the AI-driven future. And this time, it feels like they finally got every piece of the puzzle right. That's all for today's deep dive, but trust me, there's still a lot more coming. We'll be covering the full AI feature breakdown, hands-on impressions, and comparisons as soon as new info drops. So if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, share it with your fellow tech fans, and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for watching. Sam here, and I'll see you in the next one.